I'm really excited about hopefully getting accepted and going.
For CU junior Madigan Naylor, studying abroad is the next step in her academic career.
I'm hopefully going to Rennes in France. I've wanted to go to France for a long time. I have a French minor, so I'm hoping to become really fluent in the language when I go.
Each year, hundreds of CU students trade in campus life for a global adventure. But with adventure comes risk.
Revolution that took place primarily in Egypt, where we had 4 students who were living in Cairo. And when the State Department, we watched this very closely, when they issued a travel warning for Egypt, then it became mandatory that we would evacuate the students. So we canceled the program, worked with the State Department, and worked with our insurance provider to evacuate the students to safe havens in Europe.
For student safety abroad, preparation is key.
My study abroad group had an orientation at CU before we even left, and then on the first day when we all got together, I went to Barcelona, Spain. We had an orientation. One of the topics that was heavily covered was safety.
I know the basic things like watching my drink, not putting it down, not telling anyone where I live, and not to walk home alone at night and stuff, but I'm sure there's a lot that I need to learn.
But being safe while studying abroad takes more than just looking both ways before crossing the street. From checking fire detectors to installing personal security systems and even planning an evacuation route, there are many steps that students should take when they get overseas.
We encourage students to be mindful of the laws of the host country regarding drugs and alcohol, and just to remain safe, understanding that when bad things do happen and crimes occur, for instance, it's usually associated with some coming out of a bar or consumption of alcohol and maybe making some bad judgments.
I think what's important too is to talk maybe to a local if you can about safety. I stayed with a family in Barcelona, and so I kind of asked my host mom what was safe, what was maybe not a good idea, or if there were areas I should or shouldn't be in.
It's ultimately up to the individual to take safety into their own hands.
The word is responsibility that I like to see come to mind, that students take responsibility for their own actions.
Reporting for News Team Boulder, Lauren Knobbe.
University of Colorado, this is News Team Boulder.
Hello and welcome to News Team Boulder. I'm Kristen Rothweiler.
And I'm Lauren Knobbe. There's an exciting visitor in town today. President Barack Obama is in Colorado to promote his new jobs. Obama will be speaking this afternoon at Denver's Abraham Lincoln High School. News Team's Megan Dwyer checks out the job market in Boulder and what this new plan might mean for some CU students. LinkedIn is also making an impression right here on campus with CU students. CU's Career Services Office has launched the presentation Linkin' It Up to help students professionally market themselves online. The presentation reviews professional tips for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blogs, and personal websites. The next presentation will be held on Thursday, October 27th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. in the Norland Library. CU freshmen have some things to look forward to. There's a new dorm moving in on campus that's making the headlines. News Team's Lauren Molenpot tells us what all the Willville North hype is about. If you've noticed some needed repairs in buildings here on campus, you're not alone. CU is more than $374 million behind on building maintenance due to recent budget cuts. The shortage of funds for building maintenance is especially affecting Norland Library and the chemistry buildings. CU officials say that many of the costs for needed repairs are outside of their operational budgets, but they're working to catch up. The man long believed to be a suspect in the disappearance of a Colorado teen has been sentenced to life in prison. Travis Forbes pled guilty to the murder of 19-year-old Kenya Monhay after her disappearance from a Denver nightclub in April. Reporter Christine Chang has more. Police arrested Furman for a DUI and careless driving after she failed a sobriety test and admitted to taking prescription drugs several times that day. Well, that's all for us today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
That's right. I'm here at the UMC, where just moments ago, Chancellor Philip DeStefano finished his annual State of the Campus address. DeStefano discussed everything from tuition to funding cuts, safety here on campus, and even ways that faculty and staff can get involved with students to help them progress in the future.
It's our job to think about the future of Colorado. It's our job to blaze our own trail, to decide where we are going to be in 5 years or 10 years. We're going to invest in our young.
But funding cuts aren't making that easy.
Colorado is already 48th nationally in per pupil state funding. State support for CU has declined 53%, the lowest of any flagship in the nation.
DeStefano is looking to faculty as the solution.
While the state may not be able to support us, it urgently needs us.
And it's not just about the university, but the state as a whole.
Our research innovations improve lives while creating and attracting companies. We advance the economy, health, and culture of our state and beyond.
Some really good discussions here today in the UMC between DeStefano and faculty. We'll definitely keep our eye on how some of these plans for the campus develop in the coming months. For News Team Boulder, I'm Lauren Knobbe. Back to you in the studio.